The scene behind me is something we've all experienced 1,000 times over. But for the last 2 months with lockdown and COVID-19, it's something that we've all been desperately dreaming about. Well, finally restrictions are lifting and we're able to get out on the tracks. I've grabbed a few mates. We've come to Kinglake West, just out of Melbourne, to check out the local tracks, cross some slippery hills and get our vehicles dirty. I'm Simon Christie and this is Life Off-Road.
Absolute ripper morning. We've got a fog, it's nice and cold. We're out here on our first trip out of isolation. One of the best things about this is we've got some mates together.
Morning everybody and welcome to Kinglake West. It's absolutely freezing. Morning Evan, you've had a bit of a drive?
Yeah, up at 4:30 in the morning and going by 5. I'm Evan, I'm out here with my partner Sheridan.
Hi, Sheridan here. I've been working with Evan now for 3 years at Ballarat Trailers and Tow Bars.
Been cooped up in isolation for a little bit too long, so we're here to blow off a bit of steam up at Kinglake.
I'm out here with my mate Mike. He's asked us to come out for the day and have a little bit of a drive around and a play in the bush. I've brought my wife Ellen with me. And Daryl, am I correct in thinking that you are newlyweds? Yes, Alan's my partner of 11 years and wife of about 3 months.
Seth and Simon jumped into the old trusty Hilux this morning. It was kind of fun having Simon in the car for a change. Normally he's in that big Iveco and trailing down the road in front of us.
And Mike, you brought along a few backpackers?
I don't know where these backpackers came from. I got into the car this morning and there was 2 people speaking a foreign language. So they just got here before the COVID-19. So Lisa and Roman are from Lyon in France, friends of mine. So they've been locked down with me for just over 2 months now. So we're delighted to get out on the tracks and show them some of this great country we live in. So we've been setting up, as you've seen on some of our Facebook stuff, the old Hilux, getting it ready for getting out of isolation. We've got our carry boy canopy, we've got our bull bar, we've got our winch, driving lights, it's got a 2-inch lift in it. It's got great Cooper tyres and I can't wait to get it out and do some track work with it. Got a few of the other guys along with us from our other stores. We've got a Bt50 and we've got a Ranger.
This is my Mazda Bt50. We purchased it last year as a company vehicle, but it's really a bit of an excuse to have a toy. As you can see, it's got a bull bar, scrub bars and side steps. We've got some Mickey Thompsons on there. We've also got it fitted with the UHF so that we can keep in touch with the convoy. It's got a good set of Narva LED driving lights on the front. Hopefully don't have to use them today. I like to be home reasonably early.
That's my PX3 Ranger, which we bought about 6 or 8 months ago. Put a aluminium canopy on the back. We went and put a bull bar on it. Once it was in the workshop, I decided we probably should go all out and put the extras on it. So we got the suspension put on it as well. Most of the vehicles we've gone for about 18 to 20 PSI. With the ute here though behind me, it's a little bit different in its weight spread. As you can see, it's got that lightweight tray. It's the lightest rear out of the convoy. So we've set it up with 21 in the front and 19 in the rear. Perfect for the terrain we've got today.
What have you seen in Australia so far?
So far.
Kangaroo. Just there.
Just saw a kangaroo apparently.
Yeah. Up, joli poupée.
Convoy, with this section here, we can all move up towards the base of the hill, so you can have a look at it as each car goes up, but 1 car at a time on the hill. It's not so steep, it's steep enough, but with the slippery clay, might be a little bit of a challenge. Pretty easy start to the day. Yeah. I'll tell you what, last time I came through here, that was wet and greasy. I couldn't get the Iveco up that first hill.
I don't know, I reckon he's not telling us the truth. He's taking us on the easy track. I did it in two-wheel drive.
I was the opposite, I overreacted. Flip-flop, low range, traction control off.
It's a ripper place up here. Again, only 1 hour out of Melbourne. It's a sensational spot. You should come and see it. We've got a beautiful, typical Kinglake wet, dewy morning, and the track is exactly the same. I'm just gonna send it.
You guys are ready? Head off.
Right, I'm just getting the old man in.
Can't fall. What the hell did he say?
I
can't fall. How dare he swear at us like that?
Can we put subtitles on the show?
That's slippery hell. Give it a bit through here, Mike. Keep it on, keep it on, keep it on, keep it on, keep it on. Good work, keep it on, keep it on. Good job, Mark. Great job. Yeah, perfect. Wet, muddy and sideways all the way to the top of the hill. Kinglake West, turning it on.
What's the plan to get up this one, guys?
Oh, it's reasonably slow and steady until I panic and put the foot through the floor just like Michael.
Looks a bit worse than the other one where you promised me a world of pain, but listening to the noises of Colorado, mate, it obviously might be something around a bend I can't see. Glad we just kept enough traction just to keep going.
We're lucky that we've had a few days of sun leading up to this. A little bit of rain, that'll be a whole different story.
Did Simon just repeat what he said on the last hill? That he said was difficult, that he got stuck under the Iveco. Get out the Mike Coolman here, it's full of something really good. Just as well I brought the big one.
Hey. Tell us a bit about today.
International Donut Day. Freshly baked donut from Let's a Loaf this morning.
Oh jeez, Mike.
Have a look at these babies. Oh, cream, jam. Simon just absolutely smashed two of them and he tells me he eats healthy.
Yummy.
Ah, good, Mike.
Put the camera down. Eat your donut.
International Donut Day!
We headed off after morning tea with a beautiful fresh cream donuts and we got into some more tracks.
Jez's bar.
No, not just as bar, say g'day mate.
G'day. What?
Some of the tracks we experienced at Arflemonty were great actually, because we had a lot of downhill stuff coming into little washouts and gullies.
You need more than one vehicle, and that's why you always go four-wheel driving with your mates.
Got into some of those ruts and it bounced us around quite a bit. We got our two French guests in the back, thought they were in a popcorn machine at one stage.
They were a little bit slippery, a couple of little sideways moments.
And really good for the new guys that are on with us. They could see what their car's going to do when it starts to slide out a little bit and how to recover quite easy.
Kinglake is famous for its mud, and our search for traction continues after the break. With skies clearing and conditions perfect for our first day back from isolation, we crossed over the ridge via Watson's Road and trekked further east in search of another hill climb and a scenic spot for a bush-cooked lunch.
Absolute ripper day. Blue sky, got a little bit of clouds, sun is out. It's probably sitting on about maybe 12, 13 degrees. We're 1 hour out of Melbourne here in Kinglake. It's absolutely sensational. This is the backyard for us.
The day's turned into a beautiful day. We've driven along another couple of trails and then we've come up to a rather steep climb to get to this beautiful spot. It was a low range but easy climb up to the top.
We've just pulled up here on the top of the hill looking out over the pine plantation. We've lit a small fire, got the grill plate out and we've cooked ourselves up some burgers for lunch. This is just a perfect spot to sit and just watch the view.
It's awesome to be out here with my partner, Mike, Simon and the other boys. Talking about lunch, I can smell that cooking over there, it smells pretty good. I reckon it's time to head over and have some, and while I'm eating it I'm going to enjoy this pretty special view.
A few more tracks to do, but we're going to get out and have a bit more fun. Been locked up for 2 months, so I'll tell you one thing, I'm enjoying every bit of this.
We're going to head off back down the hill, go and find a couple more trails and we'll see the afternoon out in the bush. Really good to get out and be allowed to be out after being locked up for so long. Good to enjoy the sunshine and be out with a few people and having a good time.
We headed on down the hill that we just went up, came along just a bit of a rocky hill, nothing too serious.
Hey, look at the track ahead. Oh, what do you think, guys?
Where is it?
Where is it?
We come to a hill. I wasn't really sure whether we were going to do it or not. It was supposed to be pretty nasty.
You want to have a look?
I love it.
But Mike had a crack at it. Company car, I suppose, so it doesn't matter.
Does he have a chance?
Nah, not a hope.
What she said.
Nice to meet you. Yeah, say farewell.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Pressed every single button that I've got in this car. I know Cooper's tyres have got me through Monkey Gum, Cooper's tyres have got me through Tasmania. This is the next time. Cooper, shine.
No, Daryl's not doing that. Not in his car.
I'll do it in Mike's.
Even I thought it'd get further than that.
I thought you'd get further than that, Mike.
No, it's just my practice run. My challenge is to ARB, because apparently they're coming here next week with better equipped vehicles. Bring your road tyres, 2-inch lift kit, no diff lockers, have a crack.
It's all good fun, guys. That's having the balls to have a crack, but that's probably the limit of mechanical sympathy. You don't want to go any harder than that.
Still alive. It's good.
It had been slippery hills all day, with the last one completely getting the better of Mike. Fortunately, the rest of Arthur's track was all flat travelling. But it still wasn't going to be that easy.
We came along, found a couple of mud holes to get into, had a bit of fun, splashed around.
I was then asked what I thought about the next bog hole that was coming up.
What's your plan?
Well, my plan is to sit and wait and see if the Colorado can get out first. We might not be going anywhere.
So Simon, can you tell us a little bit about what just happened?
Well, we came up on a nice bog hole. I thought maybe there's a chance we could get our cars through. So I took the camera car and nudged it slightly into the hole.
So the Colorado was in pretty deep up the front. So Mike had to come up and roll the winch out and hook the winch onto the back of it. Had Simon doing some contorted position standing on the rear bar trying to get the soft shackle on.
I think he needs a snorkel.
Can you get some photos for me, please?
With the right gear, we had a good winch on the front of the Hilux, we had dampeners, we had gloves, everyone chipped in. Within 2 minutes we'd popped it out and back onto the track. Safe recovery, nice and easy. That's one of the beauties about heading out on these tracks. You can go into any of the local stores and get any of your vehicles set up. You can get all your recovery gear, you can pop into us and we can talk you through what you'll need for what your conditions you're going to go out in. There's people now wandering out into the deserts, they're going up into the snow, into the high country, or just like here, 1 hour from Melbourne, you're in just a wet forest. It's sensational. The one time we let him drive today, he nosedived the car into the biggest pond we could find. There's water all over the car. And look what he's done. Unbelievable. Well, I see you've given the car back to him.
Oh, back to the camera crew, of course.
Yeah, no problem whatsoever. And their driver.
They've driven it all day without getting stuck once.
Yeah, James, yeah, great driver.
I was in it for 30 seconds and got stuck.
Yeah, destroyed it.
How many cameras are on me? It was not me.
No shame in the chicken track.
Don't go forward driving alone, because not only is it a lot safer to go driving with a group, it's also a lot more fun.
Some great options on Arthur's track. It gave us a couple of challenges. We had some good mud holes with a good rocky section inside in it, but there's easy options and there's hard options and there's some options you just wouldn't take.
A little bit of sideways action there. Watch that stump on the side. What's the rut on the right?
Up, up, Julie Papa!
Again and again.
It's very interesting up here, boys.
We found more fishing. I think this weekend will go down in history as the weekend of freedom for most Victorians and most Australians. We've had Simon, we've had our mates with us, and what a privilege today for all of us to get together and get back out doing what we love.
been a while since we've been able to do stuff like this, so it's really good to get out here. It's the first time this vehicle's been out on the track, so to be honest, the Bt50 with the mods I've made on it really stood up to the challenge.
So being the first time out for quite a while, it's just reminded me of how much we enjoy this, and we'll get out with our local club and we'll definitely be back up here.
I used to do this sort of stuff a lot, and it wasn't until I got out here and we were standing around the campfire having a bit of a laugh, and I suppose I realised how much I have missed it and how much I want to get out there and do it again.
We all love getting out on the tracks. Sadly, some parts of the country are now back in lockdown. The good news is you can join us as we've got more episodes on the way. So stay safe, follow guidelines, and we hope to see you all on the track soon.
Ha 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 ha!